My DoorDash people. So I want to alert you guys to something that there's certain people that think this is okay just because you can do it while you're driving for DoorDash, and this goes for all drivers. I ran across a video that was stating, and I'm not going to say the content creator's name because that's not the point. The point is just correcting this so-called thing that you can supposedly do. You can actually do it, but it can go against you and it can get you deactivated. So, and I know this for a fact. There's reasons behind what it is that I'm going to say, and I'm going to prove it to you. But the so-called thing is, as the creator was saying, was just something that DoorDash doesn't tell you, or they keep like secret or something like that. So the thing about it was, I guess, say you get an order for CVS, Walgreens, Rite Aid, whatever, a shop and deliver order. At that point, it could be a grocery store. So when you get your order, it's going to tell you which store to go to do that shopping. And I'm sure we've all ran across certain types of offers that we've gotten, and you've wondered why. You get an order from McDonald's and you're going to pass up 2 McDonald's to get to that one, and you don't really think about why. You wonder why, but you're also just like, well, why would I have to go bypass these 2 McDonald's? I mean, for one, that merchant might not be signed up. For one, that's number one. Merchant might not be signed up. There's franchisees out here that can decide whether they want to do business with DoorDash or not. This goes for more or less the shop and deliver ones. Now, I wouldn't say not so much the food merchants, because that's exactly what that is. Like, don't be trying to go to another location, but it's more for your stores that have multiple locations that are on every other corner type thing. But the person was saying that what you can do is, let's say for instance, it's a Walgreens. Let's just use that for example, or I think that's what was used. And it's having you go 4 or 5 miles to this specific Walgreens to pick up that order, and you're gonna pass up one. I guess there's a way that you can force the location change to do the shopping at that store that's near you, where you are, just because it doesn't make sense to you. You're just like, oh, but I guess what they're saying to do is that you can click, normally you click arrive at store when it's red, but if you click it while it's gray, I guess it'll tell you that you're not at the location. And then if you click it again and say, oh, well, GPS is wrong, or you are at the correct store, it'll force the store to be the one you're shopping at. So there's a couple of things wrong with this picture. And like I said, just because you can do it doesn't mean it's right, and doesn't mean that you should. At this point, I feel like lines are being crossed, and it can't get you deactivated. Like, heed my word when I say this. It can get you deactivated. It's like, my account means a lot to me because I make a lot of extra money. I'm able to carry my life with a bunch of extra things and whatnot. I'd hate to lose my account because this is all the extra money that I make for the extra things that I like in life. And without this, I don't know what I'd do, because I wouldn't want to get a whole second job in combination of my day job that I already have. So DoorDash is just like perfect for me to then be messing around. And there's little loopholes, there's little things you can get away with, but there's a certain point where, okay, now you're crossing the line to where now you're putting information out there that can really get somebody deactivated. Like, don't have a bunch of people out here force changing the stores to shop at. Like, this is ridiculous, and it's the absolute wrong thing to do. There's a reason why it's telling you to go pick up at that store, and I'm going to give you the exact reason why. And I don't know if it's not thought of, but for me, it's common sense. I know this for a fact. It's common sense. So if you get an order at specific Walgreens or Rite Aid or whatever shopping store, grocery store, what you have to think about is, and that's because I personally ordered from DoorDash, when you open up your DoorDash app to order food or groceries or whatever it is, it searches the area for whatever store. So whether it's near you or what, I don't know. They search for the store, and then the menu items come up. Now this can be food, this can be groceries, but let's call it grocery. Let's do a shopping order. For instance, they have some food inside Walgreens, some Hostess donuts, 2 for $6. That's what the customer sees. That's what the customer gets authorized for. And of course, DoorDash authorizes a little bit more money to probably cover some substitutes or whatever it is, 10, 20 bucks, 30, I don't know exactly what the number is, but I'm sure that's DoorDash approves a little bit more just in case there's a few dollar substitute or something like that. That's how the orders end up going through when we sub in stuff. But two for $6 deal, 2 for $6 donuts. And these donuts normally are $4 a piece, but they're getting them for 2 for $6. The location that DoorDash is sending you to is the store that has them 2 for $6. So now think about it. You force change to shop at another store just because it's closer to you and you don't know why it's pushing you out to this store. There's obvious reasons why it's doing that. You think they're just out there just penalizing us, just making us drive past 2 or 3 stores just to go to a one over here? You have to think. You don't know these stores, they be having specific specials. Maybe this location doesn't sell these donuts, but maybe this location does sell donuts quite frequently, so they don't have to put them on sale. They can sell them at the $4 a piece. So the second part of that, okay, now they're 2 for $6. You went and forced change of the address for the location to shop at. Now you go, now in your mind, all you see in the app is to get 2 boxes of those donuts or 2 bags of those donuts. It's not telling us prices as drivers. It's just you want 2. That's what the customer wants. So here you go into Walgreens, the one you're not supposed to be at. You get 2 donuts and scan them. Now they're $4 a piece. Now it's a total of $8 when they should have been 2 for $6. And yeah, it's just a couple bucks, but it's a couple bucks. And this is turn around and it can backfire on you. Now, whether DoorDash finds out about it or not, that's one thing, but it can backfire you on you because we have to take pictures of these receipts. And if the customer is ordering through the app and is telling them that you can get these donuts 2 for $6, and then there we go, we shopped at the wrong location, and now we've gotten them for 1 for $4, which is now they're paying $8 for them. The customer is going to then raise question, well, hey, I ordered these, but they were 2 for $6, so why was I charged $8? So there's a few problems there. Now you're making the customer pay more. You've now forced a change of location to shop at. Now the customer has the receipt. Now the customer can call in the DoorDash and make the complaint. So even if DoorDash didn't catch it, they're going to catch it now, because then they're going to start looking into that receipt and they're going to see the location that it was a forced change if they find out or they see that that wasn't the location they were supposed to be at. And the right location we were sending the driver to was the one that had the 2 for $6. And then there you are being contacted, and it's either going to be a contract violation or you can possibly be deactivated. I think that's a deactivated type of offense that you committed. You think DoorDash created this app or any Uber Eats, whatever? You think they created this app for you to click directions? They had a guy come and build their app to then link it to GPS and all this mumbo jumbo to get us to get to the right store, and this and that for you to abuse that button to say that, oh, I'm at the right location when you're really not. There's a reason why it tells us that GPS may be off or whatever it is, and sometimes it is off, but there's a tool there to help you to where when you are at the right location, for whatever reason the GPS doesn't have it that you're there at the right location. So it allows you to force it when you're at the right location. You know you are at the right location, and sometimes GPS just is off. But it's not to use it the other way around where you just want to change locations to do shopping somewhere. That's not advice that I would give drivers out here. I wouldn't. That's not me kissing DoorDash's butt or anything like that. I don't want anybody to lose their account taking any kind of bad advice like that. Just because it's something that you know, maybe it's not something that you need to spread out there. If that's something that you want to do and you've been getting away with it, then I guess whatever, that's on you. But when it comes down to it and a person gets deactivated, they're like, oh man, and they find out what exactly, imagine You listened to this person and you got deactivated and they didn't. Gotta be smart. We gotta be smart, people. Not all advice is good advice. We all should be smart enough to know what's good advice and what's bad advice. And something like that, really bad advice. Because again, like I said, you don't know what kind of deals or specials that store may have. It ain't even got to be a 2 for something. It can just be a single item that's just on sale. And now you force change stores and now they're paying the regular price. And it's like, you don't know none of this information. We're not seeing the prices that the customers are paying, nothing. So you do not want to put yourself in that position, all what? Because of a few miles? At that point, you're risking deactivation. And at that point, well, why even bother to do this job if you have to have that issue with driving a few more miles to go to the store that DoorDash is telling you to go to? It just... it just strikes me that you have these people out here that they can't think. They don't think. And at the end of the day, it's to get you to click on some video and then it to be some bad advice that you could get. All because it's to get some views, to get paid on YouTube. Yeah, I have my channel. Yeah, I make a few dollars with this channel, but it ain't nothing compared to what I make with DoorDash. And it just seems like some of these content creators they're like crossing lines to just attempt to make a few dollars on YouTube while they're trashing the job that they're actually doing to then create the content. It doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. You're gonna trash the actual job that you're making the money with. And if you ain't making the money, then it's like, why are you doing the job? So they're just gonna use it to their benefit to just trash the company that they're still working for and make content. It's just like, what the hell? Like, I don't get it. But this right here, please, people, please, do not catch on to this little, I don't know what you want to call it. I wouldn't have never have done that. I would have never thought about doing that. I wait for that red button to appear to show that I've arrived at the store, and that's it. If you have a problem driving a few more miles and you need to reevaluate what you're out here doing with DoorDash and or Uber Eats or whatever company it is, whatever app it is, you need to reevaluate and see if this is truly what you're supposed to be doing. If you have an issue driving a few more miles just because you're going to pass up the stores. And like I said, you don't know what stores are signed up with DoorDash. And imagine that. Imagine that. Company's not even, that location's not even signed up. And the chances that is that they are. But imagine a company's not, a location's not, and you go and you pay for items there, and then the real location doesn't get the money. And that was where you were supposed to be sent as the driver. This can lead to a slew of things. DoorDash can be sued by the merchant because the driver wanted to force change for a location. It's like you think very simply about it. You're just like, oh, it's just to beat it a few miles, to beat it so I don't have to drive a couple of miles. But you don't realize the other effect that can happen from you either losing your job as a driver, the merchant suing DoorDash because no driver showed up to buy the items from their store, they didn't get the money. You possibly paid for something and that location wasn't even signed up with DoorDash. Just like you can't just stop at any old McDonald's that you want to just because it tells you to. You can't go to McDonald's and be like, oh, well, I just want to pick up the food from here because it's closer. Again, you don't know what merchants are signed up with DoorDash. You may think you know, but you don't know. And even if they are, you're forcing change to shop at another location. Don't you think DoorDash would have allowed us to do this? Don't you think they would have pushed this on us? Yeah, they don't tell you. They keep it a secret because it's not supposed to be done. It's not something that they're pushing out there for you to do. It's something that's there to help protect you, to make sure that you let them know that you are at the right location when GPS does not work. There's been plenty of times I pulled up to a house, brand new built area, and the GPS can't ping the house. And I'm at the address right there on their porch, and it's telling me, are you at the right location, as if I'm not. And that's where I'm able to click, yes, I'm at the right location. And it lets you go on and do what you need to do. And when it comes to orders like that, I make sure that I try to get the address placard into the picture. You ain't got to be a genius to work this job, but don't be dumb. And by all means, I'm not disrespecting nobody specific, anything like that. This is why I'm not speaking on what content creator this is or any other drivers that do this. There's nice little loopholes and stuff that we can get away with that really don't hurt anything. Click and arrived at the store as soon as the red button comes up. They allow you to do that. You're less than a quarter mile away from the store. The merchant, they allow you to do that. It's not a big deal. But it's like those are little things. Instead of waiting to click it when you hit the actual store with your feet, walking into the store or the merchant, they let you click arrived at store a little bit sooner. So you're not at fault for that, because they consider you arrived at the store if they allow the red button to come up. But this here, this is next level. And without even knowing, you will get deactivated quick if something goes sideways. I've spoken with a lot of you guys out there in comments, because I make sure that I reply back to all the comments. I appreciate all you guys' comments and thank yous and stuff for the videos. I mean, we put a lot of work into these videos. We're trying to find out things and ways to get you guys, at least me, with me. I'm not here for entertainment. I'm here to help pass stuff on to you guys and try to make you more money. If it's something that works for me, let me pass it on to you. You can try it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Let's figure out the next thing. Let's figure this out together. I'm here trying to help people. Yes, I'm a partner. Yes, I get paid for the YouTube videos, this and that, but I have a purpose when it comes to this. It's not just me out here just recording me dropping off food on a porch and just talking and talking and talking. Same video over and over and over and over again. And that entertains a lot of people. A lot of people like that. A lot of people like seeing people just go out and dash. They need to see them walk in a store and say, hey, I'm picking up an order for such and such. And get back in the car and get out the car and go drop it off. And people are entertained by that. And I'm just like, what the hell? Especially as drivers. Like, that does not entertain me. This is what I do every day. What do I want to watch it for? Unless some extreme thing happened. But no hate towards the people that the content creators that like to do that. And no hate towards the people that like to watch that type of stuff. It's just not for me. Because I'm actually here trying to find ways to pass it on to you guys, how to either A, protect you, or how to make you more money by doing certain things. And that's considering a lot of the drivers out there in certain markets that's not making money. So if I can throw you a bone and figure, hey, try this out, see if it gets you a few more bucks. And that's what I'm gonna do. And that's why I don't post a whole lot of videos. And I have quite a few videos over my 2.5 year span of being a partner. I got a little over 120 videos, somewhere around there. But I try to bring some knowledge with all those videos. And it's not me just posting something every day. That's when you become money hungry for YouTube. Now you forget about the job that you're actually doing to then make that content to make your money. All to get a viewer's attention to click some video. At the end of the day, I appreciate the viewers, the people that comment, the subscribers. I appreciate you guys wholeheartedly. I do. But that's not the narrative that I'm gonna sit and push when it comes to this. Well, that's why I generally don't ever really speak on it. When I say I don't ask for the likes, I'm not gonna ask for the subscribers. Like, I'm not saying I don't want them, but I don't want to make it like this thing. Like I got to stop in the middle of my video and, hey guys, if you find this info or you like this video, come on, man, like and subscribe, please, please. Of course it helps your channel, but me personally, I like to know that my subscribers are true people that wanted to subscribe because I didn't ask them to. They liked something that I did, something that I said, something that I helped them out with that made them like that video and made them subscribe to my channel. It makes me feel good inside. So with that, I appreciate it and I thank you guys for that. And where I always wanted to be, generally speaking, good videos and positive videos, there's gonna be some videos in there like this that I have to come in and I'm gonna have to kind of speak on. It's not to bust anybody's bubble. It's not to talk smack about anybody. Sometimes there's just wrong. And in this case, it's wrong. I have a bunch of people out here doing this crap and possibly getting deactivated. It's not okay. So with that said, people, your boy C-Moto. Again, you always know what it is when it comes to me. Until next time, peace out.